Hey, what's up guys? I'm Lakeside here. This is just a 1-minute walk away from my new apartment. I never imagined living so close to a lake in Vietnam, and I think this is the biggest lake in Hanoi. There's just a lot of people. There's a nice park space, and families are out here. There's people exercising. There's a lot of free exercise machines, just like Korea. So you get a lot of the old people and stuff doing light workouts and stuff, working the ellipticals and other kind of stretches. It's really good to see this. I like this environment, and I like that it's right by my new apartment. So speaking of new apartment, this is the apartment hunting video in Hanoi. In Hanoi, just like anywhere else, it depends on what you're looking for in terms of housing. If you're looking for like a 2-bedroom, if you're looking for a studio, if you're looking for roommates, etc., etc. Those are all going to be like factors that go into finding your place, right? So just like anywhere else in the world, Hanoi has its very low range and very high range. If you want to spend like a couple grand for an apartment per month, or you want to spend just a couple $100. So those options do exist. While looking for apartments, there's several different ways you can do it. You can call a real estate agent themselves. You can go online. I went through the Hanoi Massive Housing Facebook group. It's a really great place where you can find postings on all types of units for rent or for sale. Short-term, long-term, it's all listed there. So initially I was looking for a room in a shared apartment ranging between $170 to $250, and hopefully one of those rooms would have an en-suite bathroom, meaning that the bathroom is like inside the room, not outside of the room, and also a private balcony. I wanted some natural lighting, and if possible, a balcony space where I could look up some emails and stuff like that, drink a cup of coffee in the morning, and just chill on my own balcony. So first apartment, I'm taken to this place. It has like actual slum surroundings. There's like a sewage stream, and the sewage stream had like styrofoam and also the trash in it. Not the first thing that I want to see when I'm coming to literally the first apartment in Hanoi. We go in, there's very nice big first floor, but also in the kitchen, so we turn on the lights and there was all these like rats. It was pretty gross. So it's like dark, he turns the lights on and I hear all this noise. I'm like, what the hell is happening? And all the pots and pans in the sink and stuff are moving around, and then like 3 rats go jumping out the window. That was totally unexpected. And so on top of the slum stuff plus the rats, that's definitely not something that you want to see while house hunting. So immediately those 2 things, without even seeing the room, I was just like, nope, off the list. But just to show you guys what the rooms do look like, there was a room, it had barely any light. The balcony was kind of big, but it faced the back of the building, and so there was like no view. It's kind of strange to go sit out there in the morning, have a cup of coffee. And the bathroom was shared with one other person that lives on the same floor. And that bathroom was dark and damp. So it did not meet any of the requirements that I was hoping for, except that it was a shared apartment in the budget range. Apartment number 2 was a little bit more of an actual normal residential neighborhood, which is great, which is what I was looking for. Unfortunately, the room was still occupied. The tenants weren't going to leave for another week or 2. So that was like a really big downside. The balcony was very tiny, and the bathroom wasn't in the room like I was hoping for. It was actually like right across the hallway, and that also had like no natural light. It was very dark and damp and moldy smelling. That one was $250 for that unit. Third place I was looking at was $250 a month, and it had a really big room. It had a big room with natural lighting, enough space in there for a desk and a fridge, and big queen-size bed, plus like living room. You can like walk around and not feel like you're trapped in a box. It did come with a small balcony, enough that you could potentially maybe put a chair out there and a small table, I don't know. So this room was also occupied, and it also had the cutest puppy. The puppy was so playful. Oh my God, I love dogs. So the room itself was fine, but it seems like the shared kitchen situation just wasn't happening. It was really dirty, there was trash everywhere. People were mainly using the kitchen on the 4th floor, on the top, instead of the one on the 1st floor where the motorcycles are. I don't know why, but anyways, both were a little bit dirty. The unit after that was also $250 for a room in a shared apartment, and it was actually next door to the first unit that I was shown this day. And the balcony was really small. There was only standing space, and the room was still occupied. It did have an en-suite bathroom, but it was kind of dark. There was really no lighting or anything like that. And the room itself smelled a little funky, but I guess that's because it was still occupied by the tenants who were gonna leave later on that week. So it finally came down to my third day of apartment hunting, and I figured I'm looking at all these rooms in shared apartments, but between $170 and $250 a month. Maybe I'm not seeing what I'm hoping for because of the price range. So maybe if I just go up just a little bit and try to get some of those creature comforts that I enjoy, such as a clean kitchen, private bathroom. So I decided, why not go for a studio? That way I don't have to worry about roommates or anything like that. So day 3, I checked out this studio apartment for $350 a month. So this place had a kitchen and a bedroom and a patio space. The shower was a little weird. It was this like Italian, like imported shower jacuzzi massage thing, which seemed really out of place for the type of apartment it was. There was also no air conditioning, but they did promise me that they could have it installed before I move in. Yeah, this place was really like run down. It's definitely seen better days. The ceiling panels were like somehow not all the way fitted properly, so there was all these major gaps connecting the attic to the rooms, and so, you know, like roaches and centipedes and all that other stuff easily could just come through that stuff right into your room. There was like no sealed factor to the apartment. The patio space was really nice. It's outdoors, it's up on the 2nd floor, and it overlooks a nice local street. You get to see all the local people eating and drinking and stuff like that. So nightlife seems like fun, but I don't know exactly how loud it would be every night, going into the evening when people are eating and drinking. I don't know if it would be like Korea, where people would be up to like 2 in the morning or later, drunk and causing a loud ruckus in the neighborhood. I don't know what that would be like, but there were 2 deciding factors that made me really cringe and say no to this place. And number 1 was the bathroom. The bathroom is not actually in the unit. You go downstairs to the 2nd level. There's actually a boutique shop there. Someone opened up, like selling like boutique clothing. And outside of their shop is the bathroom. It's the toilet, and you need a key to get in. It's almost like a public bathroom, it seems like. The other factor that made me decide no on that place was the fact that it was built on top of a restaurant. And so like you have to physically walk through the restaurant customers to get to the stairwell that goes up to your place. When I was doing that coming in, there was all these like upside down cockroaches, like really big ones. And that makes sense. Cockroaches are going to be anywhere there's a restaurant. It doesn't matter how fancy your restaurant is. There's going to be roaches in any food establishment. And then finally, I get to check out this awesome space. Checked out the studio apartment for $350 a month. I had really nice open space. Everything seemed nice and new. There was lots of natural lights, and that's really something I wanted. It had its own kitchen space with actual like granite countertop. It's away from the road, the main road, so it's really quiet. It's fully furnished, comes with a sofa and a nice queen-size bed. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any balcony, but you don't really need a balcony when you're in Vietnam. Like, you could just go to the roof if you absolutely need to, and there's nice chill space up there. The laundry machine and the dryers are shared, and the rooftop space is shared. That's it. Everything else is all on your own. Yeah, and the only downside to this unit was behind the building, there's all this construction going on. So there actually was this sewage canal that was there, but the city's been trying to like get rid of these places over time. And so right now they're dredging up all that like sewer canal, and then they're implanting an actual proper sewage system with pipes and stuff, and then they're gonna lay cement and dirt over it, and they're gonna make like a mini like back alley road behind there. So eventually there will be some mopeds and stuff going back and forth, but it shouldn't be loud because it's not the main road, it's just a back alley road. And so it'll just be like locals driving by, and I don't mind that. So what do you guys think I chose? Yeah, I chose the studio apartment with the construction behind it. It seemed the best bang for my buck, $350 a month. Yeah, so stay tuned. I'll give a proper apartment tour, full-on apartment tour in detail in another video. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it gave some insight into apartment hunting here. It's very easy. There's tons of places. You just gotta come out and just go for it, and you'll find your place real soon. It took me 3 days to find an apartment here after arriving. See you guys in the next video. Bye.